question everything. So yeah, it's a lot going on out there. Definitely got Puffy going on strong. A lot of people talking about Puffy and Dwight Howard and Will Smith and all the different crazinesses that's happening throughout Hollywood and stuff because it's Hollywood. You know how that is. Not to mention that Baphomet Goat God that they done took that oath to. You know how that could be as well. But at the end of the day, the way I see it is there's no settlement on earth that can stop the reality of what justice is supposed to be about, but it does. Sad enough, it really does, because to be able to pay off something and not get punished for what you have done wrong, that's a problem in a nutshell, because that means you're going to be able to continue to go on and do your wrong. Why? Because you're not punished for it. You know what I mean? You're not, there's no time behind it, no click, click, click. You know what I mean? And brought to those bars behind it. And because of that, you get in the pass. That's pretty much the way I see it. Because just because you pay off a fine, or you pay off some type of suit that has hit you up, don't change the fact that a crime has been done. Something has been committed. In other words, so if you ain't going to jail, then shit, you ain't really paying for it. Let's just be real. So with that stated, I don't got no skin in the game when it comes to these celebrities, because I know that's that culture up there. We may not know about it because at the end of the day, we don't got celebrity money, but that's that culture up there, because I know, because our ancestors, forefathers, and all of them told us, they warned us about, taking these perks and signing these contracts with these people, these people, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Them little hats. Because at the end of the day, a month give you $5 million, he might want something back in return that you can't give. Because at the end of the day, he gave you $5 million, then that means you can't give him no money or no luxury back in the sense of what he's giving you to be rich. That means you got to give him something else back that you might not want to, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it's going. That's the reality to this culture that's up there. Now, ain't my words. I give you some references on a few brothers and sisters that tell you about this type of stuff that's up there. So with that, Puffy and all these dudes doing what they doing, remember, it's highly weird. But at the end of the day, also, there's other stuff going on, like the Rule 2.13, that new bill that was just passed for that. And the 2.13 rule, allegedly, from what they're saying, has something to do with any other outbreaks coming out. And if any other outbreaks coming out, they can quarantine you, take your rights from you, and anywhere from in the wound all the way to 90, they can come snatch you up if they feel like they got. If you got the outbreak and they saying you got it, ain't nothing you can do about it. They don't got to test you or nothing. They can just come take you out the house and put you in a camp. And quarantine you and leave you there as long as they choose to. And that's a bill that they just passed. It's called Rule 2.13. Check it out. You can Google it. You can read through it yourself and all that stuff and see what these elite got planned for us. Because, see, we sleeping on what's going on with the distraction, the entertainment, the distraction, and then on the opposite end, things are still moving when it comes to the system and where we going as humanity, especially here in America and around the world. Let's just put it real. These are things that we need to know about, just like the BRICS, the coalition of countries coming together as a united front to combat the United States and the United States dollar. They just signed on about what? It was 5, so now it's 11 of them now. It went from 5 to 11. So the BRICS is growing. And they're not too happy with America. So you got all this different stuff going on. You got Italy right now with the biggest mafia bust in their history right now, with one of them. And there's mad mafiosa going down in Italy right now. So it's all sorts of stuff going on. So don't just get stuck with the celebrities and Hollywood and all that stuff. Stay on point with the other things that actually going to really disturb the movement of what it means to be the world citizens. Because at the end of the day, they're moving us as the citizens of the world to a new world order. And this new world order ain't going to be pretty for the world citizens. Not from nowhere. You best to believe that. They don't got your best interests at heart. And if they can keep you distracted with bickering about bull crap while they really move that pen on major things, you may miss what's coming down the pipeline that's going to affect your family 100%. That's just 100. You know, even now with the illegal immigrants, you know, before they started influxing them into the country, Joe Biden and them already told you that, you know, they was going to do this. That's why he was telling you it's going to become a Latino country. But that's the basis to combat the movement of us trying to grow and trying to establish economic base when it comes to getting reparations and land back for our people to be able to start to rebuild themselves as their own nation. That's a throwback on you by bringing illegal immigrants in to put a buffer between that by giving out the money to them instead of giving the money to you. Remember, they told you where we going to get the money from when it comes to giving you reparations, and then turned around and fluxed the country with mad immigrants and then funded them with money that they said they didn't even know where they going to get it from to be able to fund you when it comes to you getting reparations. But in turn, they took your tax dollars and funded the immigrants coming into the country. You got to understand these games that they're playing, because that's the reality to it. Not to mention, with the with the immigrants coming in now, they also are giving them the careers and jobs and opportunities that the American citizens actually need. And that's not going to help the American citizens. And you're already struggling with the cost of living and how things are skyrocketing when it comes to the food and being able to eat in America as well. All these things is telltale signs on where America is going into the future. And it's not a pretty place. And they're not trying to let you know really what's going on. They're trying to keep you distracted from all that. So don't get caught up too much with the celebrity entertainment distractions that they have, that they pay these dudes big money to keep you distracted and entertained while they manipulate and move and rule the world, because it's going to be at your detriment. That's just the reality to it. You know, so with that, I say stay diligent, because the truth will not be televised, and that's just the reality to it. You know, we being censored left and right when it comes to trying to talk about anything. You can't even say certain words anymore, and we supposed to have freedom of speech. But see, we didn't vote for that. We didn't vote for us to lose freedom of speech. They manipulate their narrative through their medias and through their controlled airwaves to where now when you try to talk, it's like you can't even say certain words, or you violating community guidelines and all sorts of stuff. But it ain't no different from me walking into a restaurant and they telling me they don't serve people like me. Or me trying to get some water and they telling me that's white water and you need to go to the black water fountain. It's no different. But we looking at it like it's different. But it's not. It's just other ways to manipulate you and control you. That way you don't understand where it's coming from. But it's all still tied into history. Everything you see right now you can find tied through history. It's nothing new under the sun. What was done before is definitely being done again. You just not paying attention or seeing it. So I'm going to tell you, stay diligent on investigative researching for yourself. Continue to stay wise and stay open to new things when it comes to information and studying and learning for yourself. And always stay away from that word belief, because we all know it's just a trick to keep you under witchcraft. We want to be in the know. We want to know the truth. We want to look for the truth. We want to search for the truth. And we want to interact with people that's trying to find the truth. And in that's what the awakening of waking up process is all about. And this is why they're saying woke is a threat. Because why? You're now starting to think for yourself. You're now starting to look for the information for yourself to find out what's going on when it comes to these bills being passed, when it comes to these ledgers and these decrees and all these different documents that they're signing off on, these secret agendas and all these Project 21s and the different stuff, they like the Rule 2.13, all these different things that they're doing behind the scenes that are affecting us as citizens 100%, that's coming from the elite. They are the ones that's manipulating and moving these processes to where we're going. They're the ones who controlling why the cost of living is going so high. They're the ones who controlling why the dollar is dying all around the world and ain't worth 2 pennies today. They're doing this on purpose. The key is you got to get into the know of why they're doing this, so that way you can protect your family and be ready for what they got planned for all of us. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.